Hi guys, it's Nancy and I want to show you the new rebranded Spellbinders Paper Arts Platinum, and this is the 8.5 inch die cutting and embossing machine. So on the screen is the giant box that it is in. I'm going to unbox everything and put it on the desk, but it is very heavy. It comes in a big box, and I'll show you the size difference between the smaller one that I have and this big mama one, which is a nice upgrade to my craft room. I like that it's fold away, but I'll be back with the two machines to show you the difference. Okay guys, so when you open the box, you do have to attach the handle, which is here, and it comes with a little baggie, and inside the baggie is a little Allen wrench and a little screw and a washer, and all you're going to do is just put the little screw and the washer in the little hole here, tighten it with the Allen wrench, and then there's a little rubber piece that covers over that. That's the only thing you have to assemble. Everything else is, I wish I could move my camera up, in here, and just like the smaller version, this folds down so you can put your cutting plates in here, and then you have a nice handle to pick it up and to move it. But I like that this is able to fold up out of the way when you are not using it. But it is a very large machine. It is rebranded now so that it is the white and the silver on the Spellbinders. And just to show you a size comparison to the smaller one, so this is the 6-inch version, and you can see that this bigger one is much wider. Same features, like they both fold up. They will both work with your Glimmer machine. This is nice if you are somebody who does larger dies. If you are into scrapbooking, you have larger full-size embossing folders, the new slimline embossing folders, slimline dies. There's a lot of companies that are going bigger. So this is nice. So it also comes with all of the plates that you're going to need. Let me show you what else comes with it. Okay. So you get a set of dies, says happy birthday. You're going to get a registration so that you can register it in case you have any kind of problems with the warranty. This registers it, and then they send you a $5 coupon off of your next purchase. This is the universal plate system that comes with this. So the smaller one, you have to purchase the universal plate system, or if you have the older machines, this is already in here in a full-size version. So you'll be able to do the new 3D embossing folders. And it gives you the directions here on what all the plates are, how to assemble the handle, which is right there, how to open it, close it, store it, and then what kind of sandwiches you're going to use when you're using it for die cutting, embossing, and so on, right? And it also comes with a full size, this is the new size of the embossing folders, and this is a 3D embossing folder, so it comes with that. And then it comes with all of the plates, and the majority of the plates you're probably going to use are just the cutting system. So with the cutting system, it actually tells you here how to do your sandwiches. So usually what you're going to do is put this on the base, put one of your clear cutting plates on here. You're going to put your paper, your die, and then your top cutting plate. These clear cutting plates will get cut up. That is perfectly normal. These are disposable items. So once you have cut them until you can cut no more, or they crack or they warp, which happens with every die cutting machine out there, then you simply buy a new set of these clear plates. Okay, so these are meant to be used. They're consumable. And then you also have the different shims. So these say platform top, and they tell you this is not a cutting surface, so you're only cutting into the clear thing. So these different platform tops are because there are different manufacturers that have thinner and thicker dies. So they want to make sure that no matter what die company you're using, you are able to use them on this system. You have an adapter plate. This is for like embossing. And then you have a rubber mat, also for embossing, and then an extra paper shim. Again, if you have those super thin dies, so these are all of your extra shims that you're going to use. Now also, I want to show you the size difference between these plates and the regular plates. So when you get this smaller, so I have the Aqua system. It just came with, well, it came with this. It came with an embossing plate, a tan embossing plate, and 2 cutting plates. But let me show you the size difference here. So basically, this is 2 of them. So this is the top and bottom plate for my Aqua one. Look at the size difference there. So if you like to do multiple cards, multiple die cutting, instead of running it through once or twice on your smaller system, you could cut out 3, 4, 5, 6 different dies depending on what size they are. If you are into the new slimline dies, which I don't think are going to go away. Slimlines are very trendy now. So here's a very large happy birthday slimline plate. On the smaller system, you can see it just goes edge to edge. And sometimes, depending on the intricacy of the die or the paper, you have to turn your dies like this. And you wouldn't be able to do this with the smaller system. Of course, you can buy the extender plate. So if you, again, you do have this universal system. If you need that with the smaller machine, that's going to accomplish that for you. But if you're looking for a bigger machine that's going to accomplish that, look at how much room you have here on the full size. And the measurements are, again, 8.5 inches wide and 12 inches long. So plenty of room for you to use. You could do multiple die cuts. You can do, you know, this die cut. You could do another one here. You can shimmy this so that it's at an angle so that you have less bumping as it goes through. So if you have jumping and things like that, see, there's a lot of straight lines here. As your rollers go over, they kind of jump that. So if you put it askew a little bit, you'll have less of that. They're kind of like speed bumps when you're die cutting. And then everybody always asks, will it work with my Glimmer system? And the answer is yes, of course it'll work with your Glimmer system. So how it works with your Glimmer is you don't use any of these plates. I'm going to put these aside. What you would do is the same thing you would do before, is just run your Glimmer through here. You don't add any extra shims. Same thing though, if you have a weird hot foil plate that just isn't going, maybe you need to turn this a little bit to get it through, you have plenty of room to do that and it still clears on both ends. So it gives you a little bit of an angle, but the depth of putting your plates through is exactly the same as the smaller platinum system. So this is going to be offered on October 14th. And again, you will have the 6-inch and the 8.5-inch in this color combination. So their new rebranding is white and silver. It's very clean, very crisp looking. There's also going to be new tool-in-ones. So I have an original tool-in-one. This is pretty cool. They're going to have this branded in white and black. I don't have mine yet. But this tool, if you don't have one of these, comes in handy when you're die cutting, because not only can you poke out the little pieces, and there's a little plastic piece that comes over this, which I lost a long time ago. But not only can you poke out the little pieces, you have the brush on the end that can brush out the little pieces. But also, a lot of you may not have known, this opens in the center. And there's storage there for additional tools. So I have a little scraper tool on here. And how this works is, this is basically magnetic. If you pull down here, see how it retracted and just went back in there? You pull down this neck here and pull this up, this will go. And you can see there's a little ball bearing in there. You just push this down to where you want it. You can make it a little longer or a little shorter, depending on what you're, sometimes we have sticky mats, things are stuck on. This is a nice little scraper tool for that. And when I'm not using it, I can store it in the center here. So you can see there's a little neck in there to hold that. So there's also, I believe, a stylus, which I don't have in front of me. Or I may have lost. But this tool comes in handy. So they're going to be rebranding this also in the white, and it's also going to come in black is what I was told. So that's another neat tool to pick up that you're going to use a lot, especially with your die cutting. So whether you want the full-size one like I just showed you or the smaller one. Now this is the limited edition aqua color. I believe this is going to be phased out because it was only meant to be a limited edition. So if this is still available, you'll want to get this if you want this color. Otherwise, the only choices you're going to have are this size in the white and silver, or the larger one, the 8.5. Now, as a card maker, this fulfills 99.9% of my needs. With the new universal plate system, I can get pretty much everything done on this guy. The universal plate system is a longer plate system. So again, I can do 3D embossing folders. I can do die cutting with the longer plates. So again, if we're using those longer slimline plates, see how much more space I have. You can buy just the extra cutting plates when these are done to replace them, but you get a little bit more space. If I have to angle this, I have plenty of room. But definitely check out, either if you are looking for a new embossing machine, you don't want to spend the money on an electronic machine, then check these out from Spellbinders. These are great machines. I had the Fun Stampers Journey one before this. Then I got this one, honestly, because of the color. You can't beat up when something's a pretty color. So I had an old Big Kick before that. But you'll see, I use this one 99.9% of the time. I use it for when I'm using my Glimmer machine. It doesn't hop or skip or anything like that. So I really have had very good luck with this. So I was very happy to see the new ones in the new brand and get the larger one. So now I have a smaller one and a larger one, so all my die cutting, embossing folder needs are met. But you could definitely check all these out. I'll put the link down below. The universal plate system is available regardless of any of the Spellbinders die cutting systems you have. If you have an older one and it works great, you don't need a new machine. You can just get this new universal plate system, which has all those plates in there, including the cutting plates. But if you want to get a new machine, you can get this one. This is the small 6-inch, which is plenty big enough for most card makers. Or you can get the new rebranded white and silver ones in the 6-inch or the 8.5. If you have any questions, post them down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys, and keep on stamping. Bye!